Hello, welcome to S.I.P English. I'm Amanda. Animals are all around us, and more likely than not, they're a part of your life. We put them to work, we have them as pets, and most of us eat them. Since animals are such a big part of our lives, it's not surprising that we find them in our slang terms, our idioms, and our phrasal verbs. So today, all of our phrases have animals in them. So get ready and let's learn a little sip of English together. A sheep is a farm animal that is used for its milk, its meat, and its wool. Sheep are flock animals, which means that they like to be in groups with other sheep, and they'll follow a leader. This is where we get the slang term sheep from. We call someone a sheep if they're a follower, or they don't make their own decisions. In this example, Lena is talking to her friend Twiggy in the park. Twiggy has on the same hat as the other girls in the park. Lena says, "Hi Twiggy, I love your hat." And Twiggy says, "Thanks, I love it too." But then later, Lena sees Twiggy again and she's taken the hat off. Twiggy says, "I hate this hat. It's so uncool." Twiggy started liking the hat when the other girls liked it. But when they stopped liking the hat, she stopped liking it too. Twiggy is a sheep. If you don't know the meaning of the idiom, "It's raining cats and dogs," it can conjure up a pretty interesting and hilarious mental image. We use this idiom to talk about a very heavy rain. You can imagine being inside of a house when it's raining really hard, and it sounds like there's heavy objects hitting the roof. You might say, "Wow, it's raining cats and dogs out there." In this picture, Mr. Stickley and Lena are just getting ready to leave the library when they see it's raining really hard outside. Mr. Stickley says, "I think I will wait here for a while. It's raining cats and dogs out there, and I didn't bring an umbrella." And Lena says, "I'll wait with you, Mr. S." Our phrasal verb today is horse around. In this picture, a person is leading a horse around a circle. But as a phrasal verb, horse around means to play in a loud or rough way. So if two kids are chasing each other through a house, the mom might say, "Stop horsing around before you break something." My brother and I heard this phrasal verb a lot when we were kids. In this example, Lena was headed to Skinny's house when she heard yelling coming from the backyard. She says, "What's going on? I could hear you yelling from the street." And Slim says, "Don't worry, Lena. We're just horsing around." Now, let's take a short quiz to see what you remember from today's episode. Which person would you describe as a sheep? A. When ordering food in a restaurant, John always orders the same thing as his friend Mike. B. Steve does a lot of research and makes careful decisions about things he buys. C. Peggy is smart and a natural leader. Her coworkers always appreciate her suggestions. A. When ordering food in a restaurant, John always orders the same thing as his friend Mike. If a person is horsing around, they are A. Riding a horse around in circles. B. Playing quietly alone. C. Playing loudly or roughly. D. Working on a farm. C. Playing loudly or roughly. It's raining cats and dogs is an idiom used to describe heavy rain. A. True. B. False. A. True. I hope you did well on today's quiz. And don't worry, learning English does not make you a sheep. It makes you smart. Before we go, I want to know, do you live in a place where it rains cats and dogs? I did. I grew up in the mountains in Colorado, and we would often get really heavy rainstorms. And that's usually the time when my brother and I would be horsing around in the house. Thank you so much for watching. If you need more practice, please visit my blog, sipenglish.com. I'll see you next time. Bye.